Government officials insist that this is an isolated incident.
Warning. The following program contains explicit language and mature content. It is not meant for the easily offended. So if you are an emotional pussy, please refrain from listening. Thank you and enjoy.
There it is, on air, back again, your boy Cujo. This is the Buzzed Podcast. You see on my, I can't even tell which way the camera's at, so I guess on my other, next to me, I should say, is my boy Jules coming back again. The glutton for punishment. As you see, we have a special guest. He is president of the El Paso Rhinos, right?
Yes, sir.
I always want to say the other one, the Buzzards. And
I played with the Buzzards years ago.
Okay. Then also host of Crash Course Podcast.
Yes, sir.
He goes by the name of Corey Heon. Now, am I pronouncing the last? I know you're Canadian, so I know you all get offended and shit. Is it Heon?
There you go, Heon.
Heon.
There it is, man.
Corey, what's going on, dude? Appreciate you coming out, man.
Thanks for having me on, man.
Hey, appreciate it, dude.
You know, I'm from Canada, just down here trying to make it a better place for you guys.
So how do you go? Well, you brought the weather with you. Evidently, it's cold as shit right now. It's fucking March and it's cold as shit.
That's a hot topic, Canada, right now.
Yeah, it is. Our 51st state.
Yeah.
Our 51st state. Dude, how do you go from Canada to the lovely desert climate of El Paso?
Let me tell you how it all started. So I was playing college hockey, and you know, I was pretty good back in the day.
Okay.
And I had an opportunity. I had a Division I scholarship come south. I got in a little bit of trouble, and that went away pretty quick.
Damn.
So I played Canadian college, and I did 2 years. And after my second year of college, coach said, "You know what, man? I don't think college is for you.
Damn.
I think you need to move on." So, you know, I lived life to its fullest.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Had a good time doing it.
Got to.
And, you know, I was a captain of the team and led the league in scoring, led a team, obviously. And the coach goes, "You know, college isn't for you." And I was just like, "What? Like, don't you know what I just did?" And it was pretty funny. And I'm like, I was pissed leaving. Like, I'm like,
yeah,
absolutely.
I was just, what the hell's going on? So anyway, I called my dad, and he's like, "Seriously?" I'm like, "Yeah." I said, I'm going to play for the rivalry. You know, what I mean? I'm gonna call the coach and say, "Hey, man, I'm transferring you guys." Anyway, during that time, I got a phone call to come play professionally down here for the El Paso Buzzards.
Okay.
The coach, his dad was a professor at the college I was at.
Really?
And said, "Hey, man, you need to see this dude." So that's how I got down here.
Okay.
In '97.
Damn.
September '97, and in Canada it's cold in September. So I was dressed pretty much how I am right now.
Right.
You know, and back then they didn't have, you know, fucking Google.
Right.
You know what I mean? So my dad's like pulling out the map. He's like, "El Paso, Mexico." I'm like, "No, Dad, it's in Texas, man." So
just barely.
We're literally
just barely.
We're literally looking at the map. Anyway, so I come down and I'm dressed how I am right now. And again, cold in Canada. As we get closer in the air, you know, you can start the planes warming up a bit. And I'm like, look out the left, I see Mexico. I'm like, where am I? And I look out the right and I see desert. And I'm like, So we land, get off the plane, and it's hot.
Yeah.
You know that part from the airplane to the airport, that little tunnel thing you get in?
Yeah.
Like
It's
you guys,
It's
hot as shit.
Hot as shit, yeah.
And I'm like,
and dry.
I'm like, where the fuck am I?
Yeah.
So I get off, and I was probably the only white dude in the airport, dressed like I am, and everyone's like, "Who's this fucking guy?"
He's a fucking president.
So I come down the escalator, and our team captain was there. And I used to fight against his twin brothers in Calgary, just coincidentally.
Oh.
So, and I wasn't going to bring that up.
Yeah.
And so he's there. He's got his shorts on. He's got a white, like, muscle shirt on and big Oakley glasses. And the first thing he says to me, he goes, "Glad to see you're dressed appropriately."
Welcome to El Paso.
So anyway, they bring me to the Coliseum. And I'm like, this is a fucking dump.
Yeah.
Like, that's my first impression, right?
Right.
And
smelled like
you know, when I was playing, you know, 18 and under AAA hockey, like, we had a beautiful locker room and stuff. And this place, I'm like, Got to go up the stairs to get to the locker room. There's freaking cockroaches ripping around. I didn't know what those were.
Yep.
So it was a culture shock to me.
They're pets.
They're pets, right? And so I'm like, man, this sucks, dude. Like, I'm like, where am I? So anyway, he goes, I'm going to take you to your apartment. You drop your shit off, change, shower, whatever you need to do. We have a team party at one of the other apartment complexes.
Okay.
So I get to my apartment. I'm like, this is all right, man. Right out my door, the balcony, there was a pool. You know what I mean? Like, and that's not normal in Canada, right? It's so cold. There's no a lot of outdoor pools. So anyway, I'm like, this is nice. We get to the other, where the actual barbecue party was for the players and stuff.
Right.
So I get there and I'm like, it's cool. Another nice apartment complex and the team's there. And, there's this dude standing there, and I'm not going to describe him because he might listen to this.
Yeah.
But one of my teammates, he was standing there. I'm like, who's that? And he's like, he's our starting goalie.
Okay.
I'm like, and I look at my buddy. I'm like, dude, where are we, man? Because he was not your typical goalie. Like I was just like, man, this is just a page right out of a movie,
Yeah. What does a typical goalie look like then?
Just like not him. He was just a tall, slender dude, like really, really skinny. Nothing against his appearance. Just I'm like, that's our goalie. Because goalies are usually a little bit bigger, they're mobile. And not to say he wasn't, but he was just a really skinny dude.
Right.
Yeah.
And tall. And I'm like, man alive. So we started training camp and started thinking, he wasn't even trying. I'm like, everything's going in on him. And I'm like, and I was a player, like, I practiced like a play.
Right.
And everything when I shot was high and hard.
Right.
So it was 100%.
Right, you know what I mean? And these guys are freaking going through the motions. But again, it's a different level, right? These guys are pros, right? So I'm shooting high and hard, and freaking couple of the veteran guys come up to me, and they grab me. And it's like, don't shoot on him like that, on to the goalie.
You're gonna hurt his feelings.
I'm like, what?
You're putting everything in.
So anyway, we get into our first game, like, after training camp, and he still doesn't have a lot of effort.
Right.
This guy was fucking unbelievable.
Really?
Like when he just turned the switch on,
The
and I was
human
like,
wall?
oh my god, unbelievable. I'm not going to say his name, but he was phenomenal.
Damn.
But yeah, that's how I got here, man.
And how was the party? Was it a good impression?
Oh, dude.
Yeah, that's where we shine.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
No,
yeah.
dude, have you seen the movie Slapshot?
Can't say I have.
No.
So anyway, it's a movie, an older movie, but it just portrays, the typical semi-pro hockey guys.
Right.
It's awesome. Get a chance, watch it because
I've
it
seen
is
Mighty Ducks.
It's not like Mighty Ducks, let me tell you. But like it's just people ask me what was it like. I'm like,
Yeah, that's what it was.
unbelievable.
Oh no, that's where we shine. We bring liquor and hoochies.
Yeah, I was like, wait till the sun goes down. We're going to see it come back up. But
wait till they get prettier.
No shit, eh? But no, it was awesome, man. Like my first impression obviously was a little bit different. I was just like, man, this place is crazy. Like,
Right.
it's hot. You know what I mean? The rink sucks, this and that. So we get into a training season. We start the break. Yeah, like our first. It was within 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So we had our first exhibition game. And the play's going up the ice, the whistle goes, and this is in the Coliseum. Right?
Okay.
So the whistle goes for no reason. I look at one of the dudes on the ice, like, what's going on? He's like, look. So behind our bench, there was a fight in the stands. And this place is fucking 6,000 people in an exhibition game. And the glass comes in on the players and stuff like that. And I'm just like, where am I, man? Because in Canada, it's a party when the whistle goes.
Yeah.
But people watch it when, but here it was like a freaking party all the time.
Oh yeah. No,
well, they see a fight that rouses
Yeah, we try to jump in.
So some angry Mexicans out here, man.
There's honestly there was some big Mexican dude just beating on this dude.
Yeah.
And the cops are there, and I remember specifically, I went home after the game. I called my dad. I said, Dad, this place sucks, man. I'm out of here. He's like, he goes, I'm asking for a trade. And my old man is like, really, huh? He goes, you've been there 2 weeks. What do you know? And he goes, second of all, you think you're good enough to ask for a trade?
Damn.
So I'm like, whatever, Dad.
Dude, what do you do to these people?
So
First, your dad says,
It's
like,
tough
you're
love.
good enough.
It's tough love,
Your
man.
coach says, you know what, maybe college it for you.
No, it's reverse psychology.
What the fuck are you doing to these people, man?
Hey, they probably tried to be nice to him before then. And
Right, exactly.
Yeah. No.
So, and that was 20-some years later. Damn. I absolutely love El Paso.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, my second contract, I asked for a no-trade clause.
Really?
Oh, nice.
Because I just love the community. I love the people, and that's obviously what we do now.
Yeah.
So when I retired, I worked in Juarez for 11 years,
Okay.
but doing the Rhino things, back and forth.
Right.
And then about 8 or 9 years ago, I came on full-time, and
Damn.
this is what we do, man. There's another Corey. He's from Canada. He owns the team, and him and I have been best buddies since we've been probably 16, 17.
Damn. That's good. Hey, you're what, mid-40s, a little bit?
Yeah, something like that,
Yeah,
man.
we'll go with that. Dude, you can still hear that Canadian in you when you say the certain words. A boat,
Yeah,
a boat,
Hey, a boot. Yeah, it's like you cut the grass or mow the lawn.
Dude, so besides hockey, right, what else is there to do in Canada since it's always so
Party, man.
fucking cold?
Dude, I hear great things about Canada, man.
You know, like the government sucks right now. You know, just like what doesn't, right? But,
Right.
You know, in Canada, obviously, hockey's the number one sport.
Yeah.
You know, but there's baseball for kids. You know, there's all sports.
Right.
You know what I mean? But most kids come out and you come out of the mom's womb and have skates on.
Put skates on.
You know what I mean?
And how's the climate out here as far as the hockey side of it? I mean, because we don't really hear much about it.
Right. As far as hockey
wise, and
it's
like
crazy.
it's growing. I know
It is,
now.
yeah. It's crazy how many people know about it, but there's just as crazy as how many people don't know about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like we were talking off air, like we sell out 98% of the time, and it's
Really?
crazy.
Dope.
You know, and people come and there's new faces all the time, which is so encouraging, right? Because like you know people like
Right.
they've been doing this for 6-7 years and they keep coming. You're gonna know who they are.
Yeah.
And you know, there's new faces all the time, and it's like, man, this is the best thing ever. You know, like you said,
Right.
your mom won.
Yeah, my mom had gone.
and you know, I'm pretty sure she didn't know the sport.
Oh, no.
No.
You know, but once you go, you just get addicted because it's just legalized violence, man.
Dude, the first hockey game I've been to, I was like, what are they going to do? They're about to scrap. I'm like, damn. And they just throw the gloves down.
Oh, last night there was a good one, man.
Yeah.
You know, two guys willing to go, and
Yeah.
it probably lasted, I would say, 20 seconds. And you guys think 20 seconds?
No, that's
No,
a long
that's a
time.
long
Yeah,
time.
that's a
But
long
when you're
time.
standing there on
See
skates
women,
and
it's
you're
long.
grabbing and you're going, man, it's
Oh, yeah.
tough.
No, that's a long time. So what position is it? What position did you play when you're
I
playing?
played center.
Okay, so you're the basically the middle coach then, right?
There you go,
Because you're
yeah.
in charge of both sides then.
Well, you know, when there's a face-off.
Okay.
It's probably
Okay.
these, you know, when the puck drops.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
that guy that tries to win the puck.
Okay.
That's the centerman.
All right. So then you got also. So I guess I almost saw the movie Goon one time, and I know that dude was an enforcer, right?
Oh, yeah.
That's what they're called.
Yeah.
And those are the dudes that just basically get paid to come in and just start whooping on everybody, right?
Yeah, they got like 3 teeth and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how you know you're good. Well, I mean, why?
These are all fake.
How is it that, or why is it that fighting is allowed in this sport and it's never like it was
I don't
never
know, man.
shut down? Or
It's you know, it's changing though. Like
Is it?
it's just part of the game, man. It's been that way since day one, and it's needed because there's a lot of dudes out there that are, you know, they'll just run around sticking guys and being a little pain in the ass kind
Right.
of thing,
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
and then they hide behind the ref, so to speak.
Yeah.
This just takes that away because, dude, if you're too much of a piece of shit, somebody's gonna grab you and throttle you.
right.
You know, and believe it or not, it polices the game.
Yeah, you police yourself, right?
You know what
yeah.
I mean? Like,
Yeah,
and,
self-police.
you know, there's unwritten rules. There's code, right? Like, you know, back in the day, where if you were a stud and you know you were Wayne Gretzky, everybody
Yeah,
knows
yeah,
that
right.
name.
Right.
You don't fight him. You know what I mean? And you're Wayne Gretzky, and I come up to you and I'm pushing you up, you're the enforcer. You're gonna go, hey, dude,
Yeah.
knock your shit off, man.
So, but why wouldn't you want to take out the best player of the
Yeah,
other
and
team?
do
though?
you know
what I
but
mean?
it's
Gentlemen's
again,
game.
it was just how it was.
Yeah.
But over time, it's changed now because guys do.
Yeah, you got everybody's
You know?
green lit.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, man. Like nobody's safe anymore.
Yeah, because I mean, if you
Oh,
see,
so there's no one off limits? There's no Wayne Gretzky now? Like,
Nah,
don't
man,
touch that
it's changed
motherfucker.
so much, man.
So that even the good players got to fight now.
You know, the guy, everybody, like, I'm a believer, man. Like, you can't lose a fight that bad unless you're an idiot.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
especially in
it's gonna
hockey.
be
If you're going to
broken
stand
up.
up and you're throwing and you're taking about 15,
Yeah.
fall.
yeah, go down.
You know what I mean? Because normally that's when it's over.
Right.
You know, and there's a code when you go down. You don't keep beating the dude. Mm-hmm. You know, you stop. But like guys that stand in there and take it and take it and take it, and you get hurt, that's your own fault, man.
There's a lot of women watching. You can't go down like that. You know what I'm saying?
Can't go down.
But it's crazy, man. And like there was a guy in our tier 3 team, the Rhinos, because we have 2 teams. So
Okay.
one of the teams, and he's honestly a local kid that plays with us, and he's freaking probably 5'7".
Okay, yeah, he's big. He's a big Mexican.
Yeah, he
He's
is
a tall Mexican, man.
He is,
He's a tall
he is-
giant.
He is a Mexican.
Yeah.
And the last game of the season, he fought a dude, and the dude probably had a head of height on him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he beat him.
Yep.
So we're doing our exit meetings. I go to the kid. I said, "How bad was that?" He's like, "It's awesome." I said, "Exactly." I said, "Now next year when you come back, your balls are going to be twice as big,
Right.
and you're going to play completely different." Mm-hmm. I believe every kid that at the junior level, not minor league stuff,
Right.
like you know the younger dudes, fight at least once.
Yeah.
See what it's like, because it changes everything.
How
know
does
what
it?
I mean?
How do you figure it changes? There, you
again,
just
like,
get
'cause you take a
confidence.
couple, man. You take a
get the
couple in your
butterflies
face, and it's
out.
like, man, it's not that bad.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
I used to fight all the time, and I'd win some, I'd lose some.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there's always somebody bigger and tougher.
oh yeah,
You know what I mean? There's always, I used to fight a guy in a desk all the time, and he's a really good buddy of mine.
You fight him.
Oh yeah, dude. There's
it's part of the
it is
game.
what it is, man.
You get heated,
And,
bro. You
so
get heated.
that son of a bitch, he would get me when I was at the end of my shift, and he'd be fresh. So again, I'm out there for 45 seconds working my bag off,
Yeah.
and you come out and you're fresh. Chances are you're gonna have the upper hand. Like, you're not
Right.
tired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the fucking guy, he would do it all the time. And I remember one time we were in Abilene. He was playing in Abilene. And again, I think we fought every time we played against each other.
And you guys were friends even then.
It is
Best
what
of
it-
friends.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, and dude, it's just different, man. We're not soccer players.
Right.
Yeah.
Nothing against
Shots
soccer,
fired.
but-
Shots fired. No, I know.
Nothing about soccer, but
not
it's
LeBron.
just
We're not going to
different.
flop.
Well, we fought in Abilene, and again, he got me, and we're throwing, and we fell. And when we fell, I landed on one of my shoulders. I can't remember which one, and that popped out.
Ooh.
And he's like, "Dude, you okay?" And like when I went down, like
Right.
I made a pain, like a sound, like not from getting punched, but like
Yeah.
something
Yeah,
happened.
from general, yeah.
He's like, "Dude, you good?" I'm like, "No, man, my shoulder." And he let go, like he'd let up, but that's what you're supposed to do that when you fall.
Yeah.
So I remember going to the penalty box, and my shoulder's like this. I'm like, "Oh, you got to be fucking kidding me!" So the trainer's on our bench. I'm like, "Hey, dude, come over here." So he came around to the penalty box, and he's like, wherever my shoulder was, he's like, "This is gonna hurt." And he fucking he popped it back in, and I was like, I almost hit him.
Yeah.
But it's just one of those things, man. Yeah, we fight friends all the time.
Damn.
I fight friends when I'm drunk, probably.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Yeah. But yes, you do.
We get guys fighting in practice, because
Right.
you should practice like you play,
Absolutely.
right?
That's what I
There's-
coach.
Because you can't, in my opinion, you can't just do that.
No, it's hard to turn. Not everybody
know?
can turn it off. And on.
But we have fights in practice all the time, man.
Damn. You just let them go?
Yeah, man.
No fucking. Hey, cut that shit.
Once we let them go and get it out of their systems a bit.
Get a
But
couple-
again, if some dude's getting beat bad and they're stupid enough not to break, like,
Go
fall.
Yeah, you'll get
the
involved.
teammates will police it. They'll get in there and break
Right.
it up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When they fall again, it stops.
Damn. But I mean, so
Now, if it's off the ice, that's a different deal.
so
Yeah,
if it's off
no.
the ice,
Off the
it's
ice,
good to
you're
go.
get the fuck out of here.
Damn.
You're gonna
Yeah,
beat
it
up on
doesn't
your
carry
team.
over.
Yeah, no, ice is one thing, man. It doesn't carry over.
Yeah, skates on. No, get the fuck out.
Now, if you
What if you're walking into the ring?
Yeah.
that little.
Well, it was 1 foot in, 1 foot out.
that little gray area.
Yeah,
right, yeah,
there's
it's like
a little gray area.
You got to skate once around the rink. But no, it's just how it is, man.
And do they still like draft enforcers? Like, hey, this dude's not that
there's-
great, but he's good with his hands.
He's a good scrap.
This is where I got to be
pause or
careful,
whatever,
right?
yeah.
Because there's
Or is that frowned upon?
there's not as many true
Enforcers.
enforcers
Right.
like just that's all they do, because the game's changed so much, right?
Yeah.
Now, do we have guys that like to fight more than the other? Absolutely.
Absolutely, yeah.
You have to.
Right.
You know what I mean? And the game's changed so much. You used to be able to fight 3 times in a game. After the third one, you get kicked out.
The same
And-
dude or just like fights
Like
in
if I
general?
could fight 3 different dudes in the
Oh,
same
okay.
game,
but
or
not
the
3
same-
separate fights.
or the same dude 3 times.
But not 3 separate fights with 3 separate people.
No.
Just that
That's
person.
a fucking-
Yeah.
That
Brawl.
person. So
Okay.
you'd get 5-minute major for fighting, which
Yeah.
is okay. Now you get a 5-minute major plus a 10-minute misconduct. Now you're out of the game for 15 minutes.
Damn.
And if you're a skilled dude
Yeah,
that's
that's cool.
supposed to score,
Yeah.
that's
No, that hurts
half
team.
the game, man.
Yeah. Jesus
know what I mean?
Christ.
So there's just
But
rhymes
that's
and
3
rules.
times, though, right?
That now
at
it's
least
only
3.
Oh, it's only
that's
one
only
now.
once.
Oh,
You
okay.
do it a second time, you get tossed.
Oh, okay. So,
So,
you got to
like-
choose wisely.
Yeah.
Damn.
Now there's talk about going back to like taking away the 10 minutes and putting it back in, but
Right.
there's a lot of governing bodies that you got to work with, right? And I'm a believer, man. I voted for it. Let's do it, man. Let's
Yeah.
go back to the way it was.
Yeah.
I mean, so was there, when they changed the rule, did you guys see a change in like maybe concussions or anything like
Nah,
that?
man.
Same shit?
You get a like that's why I retired. I've had I think 13 or 14 concussions, something like that,
And how much of a time span?
over the course of my probably 16 through 22.
Jesus
Something like that.
Christ. That's a lot. Of
You
Yeah,
get a
yeah.
concussion because your head's up your ass. When you're going in the ice, your head's down. You get the puck, and somebody runs you over.
Right.
Yeah.
I've got cross-checked in the face and in the back of the neck. That one was one of my bad ones in the back of the neck, and I was out with my eyes open.
Damn.
They carried me off on a stretcher. This was in Central Texas.
Jesus.
But in a fight, again, like unless you're down on the ground and you're getting boot fucked, you know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
it doesn't
That means
happen,
kicked,
man.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, I'm talking like a street fight, right?
That's
you
a
know what I mean?
Canadian. That's a Canadian
So I'm just trying to educate you guys, man. I said I was down here to make it a better place.
Yeah, you did, yeah.
But you know, like
Boot fucked.
you can't. Again, you can't lose that bad. Like
Right.
that's my opinion. Everyone's got an opinion of it, right? Like
Yeah,
that's
everybody
my
fights
opinion.
differently.
I did it a lot. I fought a lot,
Right.
and
But there's wimps. They're not.
no, can it happen? Absolutely. But
Yeah, yeah.
is the golden rule? No, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, well, these guys are fighting. Do they still throw it off their gloves, or do they go with their
Everything's
gloves
off,
on?
man. Not my opinion. Your gloves are on your fight. That's not a fight, dude.
Yeah.
You're just pretending.
Well, I mean, sometimes you just gotta look cool.
Yeah.
You just gotta try to
Yeah,
look cool.
Nah, dude, like-
Can't look too cool with those big ass
Take
gloves on.
your gloves off, man. That's like
So they just.
Oh yeah, helmets. Well, you can't take your helmet off anymore. Guys
no?
wear a visor,
Yeah.
which is fine because you can like. I've fought before and guys had visors on and got
cuts all
cut,
your
like,
shit up,
just
right?
a perfect cut right across.
Oof.
as well. But
So you're not hurting them. You're just.
oh, it
I mean,
hurts,
you're-
man.
Yeah. If you're hitting them with
You
the
have a
helmet
visor on there. Just
Yeah.
pretend you have a visor, right?
Yeah. Mhm.
And you get hit on the bottom of that visor.
Oh.
That visor's going
Just
in.
clinks in. Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And
Cuts
that
you
hurts,
up.
man. It
Yeah,
hurts.
it'll cut you up. Dude, that's fucking crazy. So, have you seen any fights where, like, say sometimes, you know, you have that one dude, right? There's always usually one guy that you're like, dude, that dude's a little, I don't know, something like there's a few marbles missing in this dude's head.
yeah, man.
And this dude wants to go after you with his actual stick.
Oh, there's dudes that are nuts, man.
Yeah.
There's no doubt.
Because, I mean, I've always thought, like, look, if I'm going to get my ass kicked, I'm surprised there's not enough people, like you said.
Yeah, but that's not a gentleman.
Well, I know.
So we like
You go book fuck somebody, you know, with your fucking skates on and shit. Skate fuck somebody, I guess.
Yeah,
and
there
just,
you go.
you know, 'cause I think wasn't there not too long ago. There was an incident. Somebody got cut in
Yeah,
his
dude.
throat,
Yeah.
right? With the
That happens.
It does happen, and of course, when that happened, the rules changed. Now everybody's required to wear a neck guard, right? But you know, so what happened? The guy got hit. Like he went to hit, or he got hit, and when he flung, his skate was in the air, obviously, like a helicopter, and it just happened to get a guy.
oh,
Now
Damn.
there's sayings, and there's a lot of court proceedings and investigations on it still going on.
really?
Was it intentional?
Right.
Oh, shit.
Because like it's not intentional when you get flung, right? Because your leg you don't have
Yeah, you don't have
control
control.
over, but you can see emotion where
It goes up.
he did something.
Mm-hmm.
Now that's what's in that's what's in question. Was it intentional or not?
Right.
I don't think so, man.
Fuck.
Like, dude, you I don't know.
How
I don't
do
know.
you-
I won't touch
You
it.
always
No,
want
but
to give
how
the
would you?
benefit of the doubt,
Yeah,
right?
how
You
would
always
you want
give
to
them the
mess
benefit of
somebody
the
up
doubt.
like that? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Well, sometimes
and-
when anger
I mean,
takes
he
control,
died on the ice,
dude.
man.
He did die, right?
Yeah.
Damn. But he got his jugular cut, right?
And when that happens, well, you know, there's
Is there like a 5-minute wait before you get back into the game?
yeah.
or-
So, I don't know if they cancel the game or like.
You'd have to. I mean,
I
look,
would think. I don't know, but
And where did this happen?
this is overseas.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, like when the NFL happened and that dude Hamlin almost died, they postponed it for like a week.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no way you could expect somebody to go back on
But he's back.
the ice.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, you can,
It's tough, man. You know, and now they have, you know, everyone's required to wear a neck guard.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Which don't do fuck all, in my opinion.
yeah. That's what I was about to say. How much can
What?
they,
It's
I
just
mean,
a little.
It's
'Cause-
not even that, man. Like,
Yeah.
It's a
because you
turtleneck?
can manipulate them.
Yeah.
You know, because they're awkward as shit. If you wear
Yeah.
the proper one, that's supposed, in my opinion, if you're gonna wear one, it's gonna have to be big.
yeah,
But now, like, they're so small, dude. Like the size of my finger, bro.
Yeah.
yeah, so
No,
it's
what's it going to
pointless.
do? Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. Because I mean, the skates are hella sharp, right? They're hella.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, they have to be to make the cuts and. Dude, so if you could put fighting into one of the major sports, the major 3 sports, right? What is it? Baseball, basketball, and football. Which ones do you think should have fighting involved in it?
Soccer.
And why is it that we should whoop LeBron's ass all the time?
I agree with you. Basketball, just so they can beat up on LeBron.
Yes.
Hey, man, I'm a Laker fan. I'm not a LeBron guy, but
No,
you
it don't
know,
matter, dude. Dude, I'm tired of seeing a grown ass 45-year-old man stomp his feet like a little girl when he doesn't get a fucking call, and he's making over $175 billion.
Okay,
I'm
but
tired of
he's
seeing
still.
that shit.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
agree
me
to
too.
you.
Me too.
I'm tired of seeing that shit.
His numbers though.
What?
I mean, a 40-year-old man still putting up MVP
Yeah.
numbers.
I don't think anybody questions his ability.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just a donkey.
No, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, like I can't stand the dude.
no.
Like
Nah,
you know,
I
like
don't-
I won't get into that.
And
I'll
he's a
go
Laker,
off.
and I could barely.
You know, when you don't stand and stuff for the national anthem,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got a problem with that.
yeah. No, for sure. Yeah,
Absolutely,
It's
yeah.
it's a little bit of everything, right?
You don't
'Cause
like the
there's-
country, get the hell out.
Yeah, simplicity's right. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
true.
It's kind of hard to say that you hate a country that's paying you billions of dollars to play a kids game, and say, well, you guys are unequal to me. Well, you're not really on the normal level anymore, my guy.
Nah, that's his head, man. But he's been a millionaire since he was, 16?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Probably,
He grew up
right?
Yeah, because he was getting paid. He was
sure
getting
he
paid
was.
pay-per-view money when he was his high school games.
Yeah.
They're getting paid.
But back to the question, man. I don't know, man. I don't know if there's, some similarities, probably football. But,
Yeah, but they won't take their helmets off.
No, but like a football plays, done in 12 seconds, 10
Yeah.
seconds, you know what I mean? A good one.
Yeah, but the thing with football is, because we've seen it where they'll throw punches, but they have their helmets on and you're hitting a fucking helmet.
Yeah.
That's
I would
not
say-
smart for you.
I would say
for a player.
baseball. If you get hit by the pitcher, you're
already,
allowed to.
They already kind of do that, but
They get thrown out by
Yeah.
that. I mean, just let them
I
tee
think
off for a little bit.
The last real good scrap was like Nolan Ryan against fucking
Robin Ventura.
Yeah, those dudes were
He
going.
beat the shit out of
Those
him, hey,
guys were
dude.
going,
And he ran up there to get his ass beat.
Yeah, now Nolan was a different type of cat, dude. He was drunk half the time. He was
Fucking
pitching.
hands are humongous, bro.
Yeah. He threw his glove down. Said, "We're just gonna fight. I ain't gonna pitch. We're just gonna fight."
Yeah.
And he'll throw at your ass.
Yeah, no, and he could. Somebody could throw 110 mile power fastball at your ass. Yeah, you don't want that smoke. No, but yeah, because I think football would be cool. They kind of already do it, but they won't take their helmets off,
Right.
Which goes against the purpose, right? Because they're some of the. I mean, every tackle is like a car crash.
Yeah.
With so much you're going so much
Yeah,
force,
man.
so quick, everything's so such bang.
Brutal.
Baseball, it's kind of in there already, but now even at that, it's kind of. I mean, you can't even do certain slides in them. You can't block like second base,
Right.
and stuff like that. They're trying to make it less. I don't know. They're trying to get the physical part out of it. I guess even it out or whatnot. But every now and then
that's
you gotta
every
throw
sport,
hands,
though.
Yeah, that's every sport, I think.
Yeah,
now
but
they're just.
I would love to see basketball go at it because usually I have one dude throw a punch and then they go out or they'll go fight the fans.
Yeah.
Like Ron Artest.
Basketball
dude.
would be Ron Artest.
Yeah.
I would say soccer.
Well,
Football.
soccer, they already get kind of crazy, dude, because these dudes.
They invented the flop, man.
No,
Yeah,
they'll flop like crazy, but some of these dudes, bro, they'll catch a cleat to like the.
Oh, yeah, man. There's some brutal stuff.
Oh yeah, there's some dude that
every
or
now and then.
or they'll fake,
Every now and then.
Every now
yeah
and then.
they'll fake a bicycle kick just to kick some dude in the head. Oh, these motherfuckers are wild, bro.
Dude,
but
that
there's a
dude
lot of
like
there's
touched
a
that guy's
lot
neck
of-
and he had to be taken
Oh,
out on
yeah,
the stretcher.
dude.
You know what I mean?
But that's because they
have.
have that little spray that they that little wet spray that everybody gets up and runs after that, dude. It's fucking amazing.
But yeah, I never cared. Like I played soccer when I was 12.
On the ice?
No. I remember I was in Kamloops, BC playing, and I played for maybe 2 or 3 games because I got a couple yellow cards and a red card.
Okay.
So I'm like, man, this
Yeah,
shit.
that was your wrong sport.
This isn't for me.
Try to tackle everybody.
That's when the parent told you, you know what, this one's not for you. Again.
Like it was just like, man, like I can't even
It's the
touch
story of
anybody
your life,
here. It's
yeah.
like, no, this is. Hey, this isn't for you. You're done.
Yeah.
But it's funny. I tried rugby in school, in high school.
Ooh.
I was asked to leave too.
Really?
Yeah.
So you're just a violent motherfucker.
Well, there was a lot of things going on, but we were in practice.
Yeah.
And I was stomping on a kid's head. You know what I mean? And that wasn't cool.
Was a ball anywhere near where you guys
Yeah,
were
there
at?
was a
East?
scrum going on, you know what I mean? But like I'm a big believer, like practice like you play. But that
Absolutely.
was it was uncalled for what I was doing.
After therapy, it said that I was.
the coach was like, man, you know
After the elbow and the atomic drop.
what? Yeah, no, it's.
I can see you doing like lacrosse. I think lacrosse would be all right.
I
for you.
tried so hockey. Like if you're competitive in hockey,
Yeah.
like, especially in Canada, your season never ends, right? Like
Yeah.
your season ends, like you're with your team,
Right.
But there's always something going on after.
Yeah.
There's another team you play for, or there's camps you go
There's
to.
a summer league.
So
or
there was
some
never
shit.
really any time to do anything else. I've always wanted to play football,
Mm-hmm.
but I never had the opportunity just because of hockey was my number one.
Yeah.
And if I was going to do it well, I had to commit.
Was hockey passed down like a? Is it like a family tradition?
Yeah, my dad played.
Your dad was a baller?
He played for Notre Dame in Canada.
Damn.
But you got to be violent, man. To get back to the rugby thing, to kick you off the team. I'm just saying.
Yeah, man, like it was awesome. Rugby was awesome. Like this is cool. I like this sport.
I could
You know,
get
I
some
mean,
for-
Wow.
but I'll never forget it. Like I was just like, and when I was doing, like, there was a lot of stuff going on, but when I just like, dude, you're an idiot, man. Like, what are you doing? You know, and I was just like, whatever, man.
They had you on
I didn't
timeout.
really want to play anyway.
you blacked out, man.
They had you on timeout.
It was-
Do
I
they
was a
have
piece
film
of-
on that? I would love to see it.
I was a piece of work, man, growing up.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it. But my dad,
Yeah.
and my dad's probably 6'2". I don't know what happened to me. My dad's 6'2", and he's I wouldn't fight him to this day.
Really?
Yeah, man.
Was he an enforcer?
Oh yeah, yeah. Now he was he can play hockey. His nose is the size of this table. You know, he's just a big man.
Yeah.
And he,
It's just that's what
that's what he did.
So-
And he went to like a nun school, not a nun school, but like whatever you call it, Catholic school.
Notre Dame, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
Yeah. And like even like when we were growing up, like, dinner time around my table when I was growing up was brutal. Because if I didn't do well in practice, or if I didn't not hurt somebody or play aggressively,
Right.
I got shit
right.
at the dinner table. And my brother played for a couple years younger, but he didn't play after that. And my dad had always said, when you think you're ready, let me know, and we'll get at it. And so there was, I hated dinner, man.
You think you're ready.
I would just get beat up, like, because I didn't score enough goals, or I didn't
Getting
do this, or
punked on the dinner
table.
table.
Dude, it was clockwork, man.
Right?
And my mom was just this little petite, sweet, innocent thing, and she's like, Frank, leave him alone. And mom was like, I'm eating. And it's like, my brother was just like, it was funny for him because he's like, give it to him.
Yeah, you're getting shit on.
So my dad had said this, whenever you think you're ready, let me know. So I was like, I remember one time we were sitting at dinner, I'm like, I had enough. I stood up and I kicked the table back. I said, old man, I'm ready.
Oh,
My dad kicked his chair back. So we're going to go outside. And my mom's like, both of you, sit down.
we do it at the dinner table.
I was revved up, man. And my old man, he's like smiling.
Yeah.
So my mom's like, Corey, get downstairs. And
Go get your skates.
That was the only time that I was like, but my old man, he's a machine, man.
Yeah.
He's a machine.
Damn. So what was dinner like? You'd be sitting out. Hey, Corey, can you pass the mashed potatoes?
Shut the fuck
Since
up.
you were a little bitch.
My dad he's an
fucking
awesome
everything up.
dude. Like, he's awesome, and he doesn't care what if he's gonna hurt your feelings. So I get a lot of that, obviously, from my dad, right? Like, sink or swim, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the philosophy in my house when I was growing up. And my daughter plays, like we talked about that, and she's an ass kicker. And if you were to see her, then you'd be like, "There's no flipping way." But she plays, and when I was growing up, when she was growing up, she'd watch the Rhinos play.
Yeah.
And it's aggressive, and it is what it is. There's fighting, there's this and that. Well, she thought, okay, that's what I'm doing. So when she was a little girl playing with the boys, she'd be cross-checking dudes and shit like that. And, when you're little, fair is fair. It would go both ways, right? But she would take it. And it was cute because you see this little girl doing it to the dudes. But, it got to the point where parents are like, dude, like, and it was almost embarrassing. Like, this kid's running around, you know what I mean?
Right.
And I'm like, so I told him, like, Cameron, knock your shit off. Play aggressive, but come on, man. Like, don't do stupid shit. And this is me telling her that.
Right.
So she tells my dad.
Oh, shit.
Snitch.
And my dad calls me. He's like, what the hell are you
Snitch.
doing? I'm like, what do you mean? He goes, like, you're telling her not to play aggressive anymore, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
This and that. And he goes, you can't do that to her. You can't teach aggression. Either you are aggressive or you're not. If you're type A, you're type A. If you're not, you're not.
Right.
I'm a believer. You can't teach somebody to be aggressive.
Nope.
So he's like, control it. You can't take that away from her because that's how she is. She's aggressive.
Yeah.
And if you want her to succeed in life or anything, I believe that. Yeah. So I told Cameron, it's like, go back to the way you were, but watch your shit.
Yeah.
So now, like, she's playing at a prep school, she got voted she's a senior in high school this year, and they voted her like the most one to get in a fight. And she plays with the Mexican national team.
All right. Wow. So, I remember
you
were saying that, but the fact that Mexico has a national team.
Yeah, man, it's awesome.
Damn.
So they have a national team, and they do on the boys' side and men's side of it too. But she'll go to so IHF is a governing body, right? Kind of like when they had the World Cup, that kind of shit.
Right.
But the rules are different. Like, it's so strict.
Yeah.
Every tournament except the last one or two, she's been suspended a game, just because like she's aggressive. Man. And like these girls, like the girls in Mexico aren't aggressive.
Right.
And when she went to tryout and stuff, like I told her, I said, you play how you play. I said, I don't give a shit.
Right.
And I said, they're gonna hate you at the beginning.
Yeah.
But over time, they're gonna learn to love you.
What's the age limit on those girls?
So she was playing with the women's at 15.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
I think it was 14 or 15. Damn. And they have a U18, so 18 and under. So she played both until she was 18. Now she just plays.
Well, you got to remember all the women under 18 in Mexico. They're all moms, so they got they can't just.
It's such a. I love the events that they go to.
Yeah.
Like, so they practice year round. They do, but my daughter's in the U.S.
Right.
So she's over here doing her prep school stuff, and so she's training all the time.
Yeah.
And but like when we what is in December? Excuse me, we're in Poland. Mm-hmm. And we've been in Poland before, but it's just such a cool event that they get to go to. and spend time with their teammates, and just you're in that national setting. You know what I mean? It's really, really cool, man.
But is like the talent now even like is it even now, like up in the north, and then when you come down here, it's like
so
as far as the talent wise?
So Canada and U.S., yes, I'm going to have to say it's probably equal out, as much as it hurts me to say that.
Really?
But as far as other countries, like if you're talking on the men's side, like you got Canada, U.S., Sweden, Finland, maybe the Czech Republic. There's a couple other that are, but Canada and the U.S. are primarily on top. Now on the women's side, Canada, U.S., then it falls off.
Really?
Like when you watch Canada and U.S. women play, dude, it's awesome.
Damn.
They
You
go
talk,
at it.
oh my God. And I'd rather watch that than the men's side.
Really?
Because they just get at it, man.
Yeah.
Women.
So if your daughter had a chance to play on the U.S. national team, would she stay loyal, you think, to the Mexican team that she's been playing on, or was she?
You know, she
Bring the
loves,
game
she
up.
loves the country, man. You know, like she loves the Mexican culture. You know, my wife's from Mexico, and you know, she just loves it, loves the culture, man.
So she'd stay down there?
I think, you know, but again,
Depends on the opportunity
You're
also, right?
comparing apples to oranges,
Yeah.
right? On the women's side of things.
Right.
Could my daughter play for the U.S. national team? No, she couldn't.
No?
No.
Okay.
And she knows that, and I know. I'm extremely blunt. You talk about tough
Yeah,
love,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
you know, like, dude, you suck. But she doesn't suck, but you know what I mean.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
just
Yeah.
let's just be honest with your abilities. Now she's a rock star with the Mexico side. Yeah.
Right.
You know, she's a big fish in a small pond.
Yeah.
Now she went the other way. She'd be a small fish in a big pond.
right.
Yeah.
Like,
Damn.
and it's just, you know, the whole just how it works with the Mexico. I just love it, man.
Yeah. So I know one of the things that you had mentioned earlier when we were talking about, you know, when we started talking about LeBron and all that, about the national anthem and all that. So when we originally were to have you on, it was going to be the day before the second U.S.
Oh man,
Canada
that's right.
game.
Yeah.
Oh, when they were booing.
Yeah, but then we fell out. What was your take? Since now you're an El Pasoan, what was your take with the whole U.S. Canada national anthem fiasco that happened? That they were allegedly booing during the U.S. American anthem, right?
It sounded like booing.
Is it? 'Cause I didn't get a chance to hear it.
You know,
I gotta just go off of what everybody was talking about.
I don't think it was happening unless what was going on with the country,
Right.
with Trump.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And,
Right.
and you know, I think I'm glad he got in. You know, but you know, I don't think that would have happened if
Right.
you know, that scenario. You know, what people don't realize or think or whatever is when the anthem was going off. Yeah, the Americans were booing the Canadian anthem, right? Mm-hmm. And that's shitty.
Right.
But after the song, they were cheering as it finished, right? Now, was that just to make up for the booing? I don't know. But then it was reciprocated,
Right.
right? You know, just knock it off, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Because that actually lit a fire into the U.S.
Yeah, man.
'Cause those motherfuckers came out with a vengeance.
that had nothing to do with it, dude.
No?
No,
So
they were
you-
just a better team.
Hell
But they,
no.
but
'Cause they split,
Canada
right?
beat them.
Hell no.
Because they split.
yeah,
they split.
Canada-
I
right?
don't. There's you know, people are. They're gonna. Media's gonna. Oh man, it had all to do. Bullshit.
Right.
It did. Those guys.
They were
when
just
they're
ready?
playing against Canada and the U.S. and they hadn't done it in 20 years or whatever it's been.
Yeah.
Like you and I are playing on the same team in Boston, but you're Canadian and I'm American.
Yeah.
We're line mates. Now we're fucking battling.
Right.
Yeah.
It is what it is, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, the anthem had nothing to do with it. That's just like, I want to kick your ass because I'm Canadian and you're American, or vice versa.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because out of the two games, they split the two games, right?
So
One-on-one?
the first one was awesome. Did you see that when
No,
they
no.
dropped the gloves and stuff? Oh my god!
Because this was within the first like 10 seconds or
No,
something.
right as soon as the puck dropped, dude.
Really?
There was
yeah.
there was
I need to start watching
there was
this.
three fights in the first 9 seconds,
Yeah.
and it just like, was it planned? I don't know. I don't think it was planned. You know, yeah, there was, you know, on the U.S. side, they had an intention of doing that.
Yeah.
And so in any sport, there's a starting lineup, right?
Right.
So the home team gets to see who's starting first. Then you get to pick who you're starting.
Right.
So, you know, I would assume Canada was home team at the beginning, and they saw the lineup, whoever was starting, and they're like, well, we're going to put these guys out there.
Right. Damn.
Right away, man. It
I
was
need
the
to start
best-
watching
It was,
this shit,
it was
yeah.
the best thing I've seen in a long time, man, for the game out. There's people that...
Oh,
that,
shit.
oh, shit.
Shit. Man down.
There was...
Can you bring the there you go. A little bit more, because you're getting the woo in the back. There you go.
we go.
Thank you. This
Sorry,
is
man.
fucking-
Wrecking your shit.
Fucking Canadians just knocking shit over.
See, I told
He
you.
is
I told you I
aggressive,
get
dude.
aggressive.
Yeah, he gets aggressive.
But, you know,
No,
I
man.
thought-
I understand all those parents now,
Maybe
man.
podcasting isn't for you, Corey.
You probably heard this before.
see, but when you see my podcast, it's a little bit more, you know, dialed back.
a little bit better put together.
I tell you though, if I wasn't involved with, you know, where I'm at right now, man,
Yeah.
I'd be doing the show.
Yeah.
100%.
For sure.
Like,
Dude, so,
I'd ask you dudes, hey, do you need a third guy? Because I'd jump
hell
in
yeah.
that.
Hey, so what's a typical day for a president look like of the Rhinos?
You know, it's because we run our youth program too, right? We have our youth program, so I deal with a lot with our youth, and I deal a lot with the junior teams, right? And just just policing everything, making sure everything's running. You know what I mean? Coaches are doing what they're supposed to be doing. That make sure the players are doing. You know, we run camps that we do in the summertime, scouting. You know what I mean? Just making sure everything's legit, man. You know?
So when you're scouting, like how is there like a litany of videotapes that come into you showing,
So
or do you have people go, or do you actually go out and scout people?
we have scouts in different parts of the U.S.
Okay.
We got some stuff overseas too. A couple dudes in Canada. So you're just looking at a report card. When you're out watching games, you see you all the time. It's like, man, he's pretty good, man.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take notes, and then it's all reported.
Okay.
And then we just kind of have a little group that we talk about it and say, Cujo, he's the shits, and just move on with them or whatever. And then, yeah.
Damn. So
How many seasons has it been now for the?
I think we started in 2005, I think.
Okay. So
2005 or
20 years,
6, something like that. It's been a while, man.
Jesus Christ.
And it's, it's still competitive, right?
Yeah.
And then it's just what because you're trying to recruit you and 3 teams are trying to get after you.
Right.
So what can you offer? You can't pay the kids, because you can't. But like, what do you offer? The fan experience. We have great fan experience.
Yeah.
We're probably one of the only 2 or 3 in our league that have the support that we do.
Really?
You know what I mean? And when players
that says a lot though for a
man, it's awesome. When visiting teams come, they love playing here just because the atmosphere is awesome.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Even though you're a visiting team,
Right.
there's fans cheering, there's promotions going on, there's crazy shit going on.
Right.
Referees love coming here.
They're fighting
just
in the
because
stands.
again, there's so much going on, the intensity, the people,
The food.
Everybody wants to play in front of people.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? And
That's the reason you play.
Yeah, man, you play harder too.
Yeah.
Your huevos get a little bit bigger. Right?
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Yeah, absolutely.
So tell us a little bit about the Crash Course podcast. What was the idea behind the actual podcast?
So we talked about doing this, I don't know, years ago.
Yeah.
And I'm talking probably 5-6 years ago. So I used to travel with the team all the time. And we had our own bus, and our bus driver was a retired special forces.
Okay.
And he's like the living MacGyver. The guy could build a fucking bomb out of air.
Fuck
You know what I mean? Like, just the most intelligent dude ever.
Yeah.
And if you were to see him, like, dude, who's this dude? Long ponytail.
Oh, dude, I like
just,
him
but
already.
he was just unbelievable human being, and smartest mother I've
Yeah.
ever met. And he's like, dude, we need to start a podcast. I'm like, dude, you're driving the bus.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, wow, we could do it on the road and this and that. And I'm like, dude, like we're there's 25 kids on here, dude.
Right.
Like, that's not cool.
Yeah.
Like, if I was a parent, I'm like, dude, the bus driver's on a podcast. But it was a great idea.
Right.
So we kind of tabled it, and the other Corey and I were like, we pondered going back and forth. Do we want to do this? Do we not?
Yeah.
So we finally said, let's just do it, man. And he's like, who are we going to get to do it? I'm like, we can't afford to pay anybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like, I like talking. I've done it, this kind of stuff before. So we started it, man. And then we put it out on a contest, like, what should we name it?
Yeah.
And came back with Crash Course.
Nice.
Do you know what a crash is?
So I heard of Rhinos there.
There you go. I didn't know that. Because I was like, man, this name's
Check out the big brain on this dude.
Well,
he surprises me.
he
Some.
researched
all
it.
right,
Don't
all
kid
I
right.
have my
yourself.
moments, bro.
Man, he's far in between.
He talked about it on the podcast with on the 915 takeover.
Takeover,
Yeah.
Chewy Misa. You guys.
So, quick question then. Speaking about those dudes, if Jules was to fight Misa on the ring, who do you think would win?
him.
Easy.
Misa couldn't get himself out of a wet paper bag.
Damn,
You know what
shots
I mean?
fired.
Shots fired, Misa. Here's it. You.
What if I take on Chewy?
Same thing, bro. He wouldn't even show up, man.
Damn. Nah, Chewy would be too tired from the tortas. I'll give him that. He'd be too tired from those
Those
tortas.
two just, and like we talked off
Yeah.
there, I said, we take, when I was on their podcast,
Yeah.
like I said, dude, you can take shots at me all day long. Fair is fair, brother. And then, it's like, oh, cool, man. So fair is fair, dude.
Yeah. No, hey,
As long as there's, love behind it, man.
Oh, no,
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
no.
Yeah, but those dudes are awesome, man.
Yeah, they're
this is not
fun, man.
malintent.
But I still think you could.
I'll gas out, man.
Yeah.
all you need is 20 seconds. Remember, that's how long the fight's
That's
going
a
in the
long
ring.
time,
in
man.
the ring, bro. 20 seconds.
Remember, women, that's a long time, man. 20 seconds.
you heard it here first.
Ask a bull rider.
And then when we
Seconds
started
of that
we
shit.
started the podcast, it was you know, we talked about it. Like, do you have a script? You go, no, man.
Right.
I started with it. I'm like, dude, like I can't read anyway. So why have it? Because
cue
you know the
cards.
conversation, you have topics. You guys know this.
Yeah.
Like, there's things you want to touch on, and you know that.
Yeah.
And touch on them. But just how you get there is how you get there.
Absolutely.
Like, you're going off something that's fake, man.
Yeah. No.
Just
no,
talk.
You can't.
Just talk.
Yeah, because because like I said, like when I first started coming out or started doing anything with any microphone, I was doing promotions at the radio station.
Yeah.
And I'd see how they lined up when they had certain guests. There's like, all right, these are the questions you could ask them. And I was like, wait
They
a
give
minute.
you a list.
Yeah, they give you a list of what you could ask the guests. They're like, what the fuck?
I'd
so the
probably fuck
guests,
it up.
the guests would come in with their own list. This is what you're going to ask me, so because they're promoting, whatever
you gotta
it
hit
is,
the-
which I get. But at the same time, you could get to where you, like you mentioned earlier, you could get to where you want to go by a different venture, though.
Yeah, man.
Not by
If you have time.
Yeah, but I mean, when you're trying to, you could tell when fake is fake. You know what I mean?
No, absolutely.
You could tell when your old lady fakes it. You could tell when the fucking conversation's
Yeah.
fake. And to me, as a purist, I'm not a fan of that shit. I can't stand it. That's why I quit listening to the radio a lot of times locally, because you hear the fakeness of it. And it's like, dude,
Well,
because
because you know the politics, you know the background of it.
Yeah.
I'll just be like, they're playing the same song.
Yeah,
man.
no, they have to because it's.
But I don't know the reason why they keep playing this.
You know, there's a rhyme and reason.
It's called
for everything.
payola,
Yeah.
my friend.
Yeah.
Payola, dude. Quick story, dude. When we're at the radio station, like this is the way that the songs get played, right? Say RCA was coming down with some execs. They're like, all right, dude, look, we're gonna take these guys out. They'll give you like the black card. So, dude, you go take them out to eat. So the way our main general manager would do is, look, it would just usually be the general manager, the guys in charge of the music, and then the two reps. Well, our general manager, because it was coming out of the reps' money, he's like, hey, dude, he invited everybody from the fucking radio station. So we go like 40 deep to like Kona Creek, fucking $3,000 bills. Like, oh no, well, you want us to play this shitty song more than fucking three times an hour?
Here you go.
We're not only are we getting drinks, we're getting bottles, but we're going to the strip club afterwards.
Right.
Yeah.
And everybody's coming home with something. Everybody's coming home with some kind of clap.
You don't play no
It's fucking
deep cuts or nothing.
No, you can't fucking fuck somebody, or what'd you say?
Boot fuck.
Boot fuck somebody.
Oh,
That means getting kicked.
that means getting kicked.
That means getting beat up.
There
real
you go.
bad.
Yeah,
Getting
stomped,
stomped
stomped out.
All right, so I know we're coming kind of close because I know
Yeah, man.
your lovely daughter's in town, so I don't want to take time from the family. What's the biggest, or what when you see your daughter play? Like, what's the worst thing you've ever told her? Like, to get her, besides, cut the fucking the malarkey with the aggression. Like, what's the worst thing that you think you've ever told her that's actually like hit to her core?
Take her out.
Don't suck. Don't suck.
Don't suck.
Yeah.
No pressure, right?
Her first year playing at Culver, where she's at now, and it was a blessing that she's there. It's just been a great experience educationally in hockey.
Yeah.
Her first year there, she was the 6th D-man. So they usually carry 6, right, on a roster. Okay. So she was number 6. So 1-2 being 1-2, 3-4 being 3-4. Mm-hmm. She was 6, but they had a 7th, right? Mm-hmm. She was 6, and she was part of the rotation where 7 would jump in with 6. So she would play she'd skip a turn.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And she's a feisty and competitive, and she'd be pissed off. She's like, Dad, what do I need to do? Don't suck.
Damn.
Be better.
Yeah. That's not bad.
Why call something different than what it is in reality, man? Like, and
You're just helping her.
But I know my daughter. She's like, Dad, F you're an asshole.
Right.
Like she wanted to tell. She ever told me that we'd be fighting.
Yeah.
But like, it's just helped.
Kick the table
And
back.
I love my kid to death, and she's the pride and joy of everything. You know what I mean? I talk about her a lot, and people are like, "Dude, shut up." I don't care, man. Then don't listen to me.
Right.
But just seeing her succeed, you know what I mean, is the most in any parents.
Right. It's the most
realms,
rewarding
right?
thing ever.
And seeing what she's doing next year and how she's grown in the game of hockey.
Yeah.
Where she was and where she's at now, both mentally, physically, and skill wise. Tough love, man, is how I do it in my house.
Has there ever been a time you want to take her out of hockey, like where maybe she got like a bad concussion, or maybe if she even got a concussion where
She's had 2. I think one was with hockey and one she fell off something. No, man,
No, it's never been like, you know what? Maybe
That's pretty hard.
Maybe this ain't for my
Yeah.
baby, you know? Because like you said, as a parent,
You know,
you always want to put them in a bubble. You know what I mean? Because you don't want them to get hurt.
Dude, like, she's
But
a
I
tough,
guess y'all Canadians are different.
tough
Tough.
kid, man.
Yeah,
Like, and
dude.
if you were to see her, you'd be like, there's no way.
Yeah.
She's tough. She's tough, man. She was in track. She was doing hurdles, man. And so we were playing at, what the hell school is that? The high school right by the rink.
Okay.
Fox, I don't know what it is.
Jefferson.
There you go. So she's doing hurdles, right? And she's winning. Like, she's coming down the home stretch. There's like 2 hurdles to go, and she's probably a hurdle ahead of the next. Like, she's crushing it.
Yeah.
Well, the second last hurdle, she clips it.
Oh.
And she fucking goes down. And she gets up, man. She ends up finishing 3rd, which
Yeah.
is still great, right? She comes off. Like, the trainer went over. Her finger was like this.
Damn.
Right? The trainer's like, oh, and like my wife had to leave immediately to go take care of her grandmother.
Yeah.
So I'm, and that was the last event. So we're the trainer's like, oh, I think it's sprained. I'm like, yeah, man. And Cameron's not crying or anything.
Right.
She's a tough kid. And I'd say, dude, really? It's worth crying? Shut up. Like, suck it up. Right?
Damn.
So I'm like, I'm deep inside. I'm like, man, that thing's broke.
Yeah.
But trainer said, no, it's good, man. So that's what I'm going with.
Yeah. That's cool.
So
sideways.
So, I'm like, Cameron, what do you want to do? She's like, oh, let's go get something to eat.
Yeah.
And so we went something to eat, and I'm like, I was leaving town the next day. So we go back to the house, and she's taking a nap, and I'm like, I'm in the back of my head. I'm
It's like, it's broke.
my wife is gonna kill me. She is gonna kill me. And she
gonna
kind of
flip.
knew that she hurt her finger.
Yeah.
So my wife comes home, and Cameron, is not crying and not really complaining. Again, that finger is over.
She's like putting it this way.
Long story short, it was broken 3 places.
Jesus. But what you guys have to eat though?
Right? We actually we had burgers, man.
There you go. A good
But
burger.
like
she's
she's a tough kid, man.
Yeah.
And then that I know when she's hurt.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, any parent knows,
Right.
but she don't cry for nothing, man.
Yeah.
Like, and I'll know if there's something going on.
Yeah, it was legit. Damn. 3 fingers. 3 pieces and a finger. You're like, damn. Let's go grab a
But
burger.
now
Let's go grab a burger.
when
Pops.
now she didn't. I don't even think she had surgery. I can't remember if she did or not. But it's jacked up. Like, you can see that it's fucked up.
Oh.
Left a mark.
But anyway,
It builds character, man.
she's the pride and joy of our family, man. She's
It's a
just a
story.
wonderful kid, man.
It's a story to tell when you're on the date. It's like, yo, what happened?
Look, Dad didn't take me to the hospital. You see this shit?
All the kids that are around her, they're all scared of me, and I make it a point.
Good.
That's a
100%,
good
man.
Fear is good.
Yeah, fear works perfectly
Yeah,
nowadays.
I like
Now-
fear.
So
Yeah.
I know you're talking about track and field, and I know it's kind of a little bit off the topic. Did you see that video of that girl? I think it was in Atlanta that hit that other, but with the baton.
I saw something about
That
that.
she cracked some chick over the head with her. Now she's they're pressing charges on her.
Were
for
they
assault.
teammates?
No.
Oh,
they're,
she
they're
wasn't
different
going to
teams.
pass. Oh, okay.
So it was in a high school, and they were taking the turn, and I guess my understanding, I think when you're supposed to be in track, you're supposed to stay in your
Yeah.
lane, but for whatever reason, there was like 4 girls that started bunching up, and the girl that swung, she said that allegedly she lost her balance and she fucking hit her by accident. But when you look at the video, you could see like she was ahead, and then somebody took her,
Yeah.
and then this other would come behind her. She was taking her, and she kind of like nudged each other and just cracked her over the back of the head, dude. And then she looked at her like on the way down and kept fucking running.
That would be my kid.
Yeah, I was like, dude, if you hit somebody on accident, you kind of like slow down, but like, oh shit.
But
Then
that
you
would
kinda
make
get
the
into it.
race pretty interesting if they're allowed to fight
that
like
was
that.
allowed?
Yeah, there you go.
there
That's
you
where
go.
we need fighting.
Yeah,
We
that's
can just
what-
crack each
100%.
other.
Only when you're taking the corner, taking the bend.
Only during the exchange.
Yeah.
Damn. All right.
Your time to fight.
So Corey, if we want to know more about the Rhinos, we want to know more about the podcast. Where do we go to get all the information about you?
ElPasoRhinos.com for the junior guys, ElPasoHockey.org for our youth stuff, and Crash Course Hockey Podcast, man.
There you go. And where's it available? The Crash
On
Course?
all platforms.
Video, audio,
yeah.
the whole 9.
Yeah.
Damn.
The whole shebang.
That's awesome, dude. So before we head out, man, because like I said, I don't want to take your time too much. Any last words you got for people of El Paso or anywhere watching, whether it's about hockey or life, or just anything in general?
Like support your kids when they play the game of sports, like any sport, hockey,
Right.
whatever it is. Just support your kids, man. You know, it's keeps them off the streets, keeps them busy, teaches them discipline.
For sure.
For any of those fans that want to come to a game, hit me up on social media. Get you free tickets, guys. Stop by a game. Invite you guys and your families. Come
We're
on
down.
out. You know, it's fun for everybody.
Yeah.
Hockey game lasts about 2 hours and 20 minutes, and you can do it real cheap, and you're in and you're out, and and it's cool in there. So it's not like a baseball game where it's 7 hours long and you're in the heat.
You got to take
And you see some fights.
It's like a day of
See some
work.
good fights.
So if we wanted a crash course to learn about the game really quick, would that be your podcast be the best place to go, or what would you recommend us to do to get a crash course to learn the game of hockey real quick?
You want to get your ass kicked?
No, I
No,
don't know.
to learn- to honestly,
just to learn the game.
To
too.
learn the game of hockey, man, just Google it, man.
Yeah.
You know, like you can watch the Rhinos play, social media, follow it, but the best place is just do your research online, man. You know, ask about the rules. You can, that's the easiest, best way to do it.
Hell
honestly.
yeah. Corey, I appreciate you, like I said, taking the time out
Appreciate
here.
you guys,
Yeah,
man.
very
Thank you very
interesting,
much.
man.
It's been busy. It's been a crazy
Thank you for coming
last
out.
few weeks. Congrats on the victory last night.
Yeah.
Best way to come over to
Nice.
do a show is have a victory. Then you guys got another shot to go at it again today. Best of luck,
Winning
man.
takes care of a lot of things. Man.
Yes, winning makes everything taste better too.
Yeah.
So, guys, make sure you guys follow the Paso Rhinos. Get your tickets. Follow Corey of the Crash Course, and anything you can do to support either your local city, the local city teams, because there's so much shit going on that people don't even know about it. Appreciate the people that are out here. Go out there, show your love, show some support. Till next time, don't be an asshole. Don't be a dick. Deuces.